DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome into the FL1 betting podcast here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo, Kyle Evans, Jim Sinicropi, all here with you. It's crazy to think, guys. We are through week 7 to week 8 into the NFL. College football continues to roll on. It's crazy. We got an active NFL trade deadline that I don't think it's really going to affect anything else this week again, but you never know. But I'm going to preface it with this before we get any further. For the sake of the viewers, I hope you're tailing you two and not me, because you guys, Kyle, as we know, been on a hot streak. You continue it on. Jim, I think you might have unlocked a hot streak.
Yep. I think I got 5 of my last 6.
Yeah, so let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, 3-0, back from the grave, more or less, on yours.
Oh, you did all right.
And I went 1-1-1, but I'm just saying we got 2 3-0 weeks above me. I mean, we got insane stuff going on over here.
Yeah, time to start tailing the show.
I know.
First time all year, right? That 2 people have gone 3-0.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
And you did it in the NFL. I did it with college.
And then there's me, who had the split board of going 1-1-1. So, yeah,
Kyle's almost doubled up on the year so far.
Crazy.
Yeah, I went through and added up my record. I'm 14-6-1 on the year.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
You might want to start taking subscriptions.
Smoke them if you got them, as they say, I think. Yeah, I mean, Kyle, Lions money line, send that thing home doing the AJ and Big Justice dance for a celebration.
That was close, though.
Really never a doubt in the grand scheme for the Bills, and I guess the same for the Eagles for that.
Yeah, the first 2 were automatic, it seemed, but well, actually, I shouldn't say that because the Bills were down 10-0. But I kind of knew they were going to come back, but I didn't know if they'd win by 9 at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lions game, I mean, it was a tough ending. I was worried, and they pulled it out. So 3-0 week, back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I'll get the card back up here. Jim rode the college train again this week, and I need to preface something here because I'm a college football junkie.
Mm-hmm.
Before anybody says anything, USC is also the abbreviation for South Carolina.
Right.
You freaking purist out west. So
Yeah, they're also the Cocks.
exactly, and they
The Gamecocks.
They
crushed Oklahoma. That
yeah.
almost went under because Oklahoma only scored 9, but it went over.
They canned the offensive coordinator, and I don't think it's going to make a difference. But here nor there for this podcast. And then the U, nice win over Louisville. Was a bit of a shootout, but they kept him, frankly, at arm's length. And Maction, Bowling Green, the Falcons, domination.
Yeah, over Kent State.
Yeah. They need Saban back.
Yeah.
And then, Missouri pushed with Auburn, which I should have seen coming because Auburn is Auburn and Missouri is Missouri. Thought I was being cute with the Patriots getting 5.5. They weren't outside of the first drive, right? Weren't even in it. And then Tennessee, Buffalo, got some offense on that one. So
It was so automatic. We talked about it. We thought the Bills were going to score 30-plus themselves,
yeah.
which they scored 34, and then Titans did enough to carry it over.
So we'll take it. We will certainly take that to the bank.
On to the future.
Yes.
I opened up a FanDuel account this week.
Congratulations. Welcome.
So now I got DraftKings and FanDuel because you're going to get better odds on the same bet, sometimes on different sites. And DraftKings been annoying me a little bit anyways, but I like, so far, FanDuel. I like the interface. It's both on desktop and on mobile.
Uh-huh.
So,
I did something new, too. I did Fanatics Sportsbook.
Why didn't you say anything to me about the Fanatics one?
and I won $1,200 in 2 days.
What?
What the? Okay.
And what kind of bet?
So I placed a $100 bet on the NHL. I did 4 money lines to win $654. They hit. And then I did a Monday Night Football parlay, $100 to win $570.
What were the legs on the Monday night parlay?
It was Chris Godwin 5+ catches, Baker 2+ touchdowns, Cade Otton 20+ receiving yards, and then there was like 2 other things, but never a sweat, automatic hit in the third.
Well,
quarter.
that's not necessarily Fanatics. You could have won those parlays.
Oh
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, I'm using that one for now on.
I've actually been using Fanatics a lot recently.
Really? So I go on FanDuel now and nobody else is.
Well, what's actually funny is FanDuel at the moment's the one I'm really not using, and it's nothing against them. It's just that the kickbacks I've been getting have been better on DraftKings than Fanatics lately. So
Yeah, so there's all that stuff. Basically,
Why do they limit you? I tried to put a $500 bet last night. They only allow you to do like $250.
on who?
Fanatics NBA
really?
parlay.
Hold on, did you? Well,
I won back-to-back days.
Did you have a boost on it at all, or?
They said you exceeded your limit, and you can only put $250 on it for a 4-leg NBA parlay at player props.
Huh? Maybe they figure that.
I mean, every book technically in the fine print can.
But the days before that, I was allowed to do 500 or anything above that. So I don't know why they just limited me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll try again tonight, but yeah.
Anyway, we got a lot of ranked college games this week. I did want to bring up one I forgot to mention. CUSA Tuesdays got off this week with an interesting. Well, actually, this one was last night. Need to rephrase. CUSA Wednesdays and Liberty, who going into the year was not quite consensus, but a majority thought would be the G5 representative in the playoff. Goes out and loses to Kennesaw State 0-6.
Yep.
And I had Liberty. I even teased it. But if you were a money line bettor, congratulations. I know the closing line.
Money line on Kennesaw State.
The closing line on Kennesaw was 15-1. So 1,500.
Kennesaw State money line.
So compare it to the NFL. What would that be like for the NFL in terms of team getting...
NFL, you wouldn't see a money line be that egregious.
Well, like what team would have to beat what
no
team
team
to
is
make
as
it,
bad as Kennesaw State. The Chiefs would have to beat like Missouri.
Well, I mean, it's tough because Kennesaw, this is their first year at the FBS Division 1A level. This would be probably something. It would probably be closer to probably really any team's practice roster meets third string beating like.
Anyways, they suck.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the craziest like college football upset of like all time.
No, we're talking about Liberty. Maybe if Kennesaw State beat Georgia, it's Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get technical, this was like 2007, but probably App State beating Michigan at the time.
It's probably about the same as if last week Kent State beat Bowling Green. What was the line?
I don't think the money line was that big on either one of those.
Either way, it's an upset, but
yeah,
nobody saw it coming. Never bet on Kennesaw State money line in that spot ever.
The tweets I saw about it were insane. So, do either one of you guys have any of the ranked versus ranked college picks or college games as a pick this week for you guys? Or no, okay. I got one, but I don't know. The more I look at some of the stuff for it, they're kind of like gross games. Like, just for an example, Alabama 15th, they're hosting 21 Missouri. That line is like 17. I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people exactly how to bet. There are a couple of the games where it's like, as an example, I think Illinois catching, frankly, 3 touchdowns I think it's an easy play, even if you just want to do a little bit of a sprinkle on it. Just one of those things where it's like absolute madness. Texas is at Vanderbilt, ranked Vanderbilt. I would not touch that game because I think Texas is going to be coming out like a banshee, playing pissed off. So just some of those games where it's like, I think it's going to be great from just a pure viewership standpoint. Don't know about how great from a betting standpoint exactly. So you guys were 3-0 on the week. So I don't know how the tiebreaker would technically work here for who gets to go
Have
first.
Jim lead it off.
All right. All you,
right.
Jim.
I'm going, I've been on Miami all year. They're undefeated. They didn't cover the spread in every game, but
Definitely
I
true.
still feel like they're a little slightly underrated just because they haven't been dominant in the 6-0 start, I guess, as they could have been. So, anyways, they host Florida State. They're giving up 21 points to Florida State. I'm taking Miami. There's a reason why they're favored by 21, and it's because Florida State's not good. Miami's very good. And then also, if Miami lost last year at Florida State, so there's a little bit of a revenge factor there. And there is a system in play here where college football teams who are avenging a loss from the previous season and have at least more 4 wins on this season than the team they're playing, they're 74-31 against the spread. 74-31-5, 70%. So anyways, I'm going to continue to ride Miami, minus 21 at Florida State, unless you can find me a better line
I can
somewhere.
get you at 20.5.
I'll take it. I'll take the extra half. Is that on Fanatics?
FanDuel, actually.
Oh, okay. They changed it from this morning
Something
then.
shifted a little bit, yeah.
Some line movement. Okay. Also college here. You got one of those games that you just don't understand why the favorite is favored, and that's UCF against BYU. So I'm taking the Cougars plus 2.5 at Central Florida. The Central Florida's on a 4-game losing streak. BYU is got stuff to play for. Central Florida really doesn't. And so I'm going to take the underdog getting 2.5 points against a team that's not very good and has lost 4 straight games. And this is a Big 12 game.
It's true.
It just feels like a classic Big 12 game, BYU versus Central Florida. So anyways, I'm taking that one. Then I'm going back to the NFL. Don't like, I'm going to start to go against the Jets. Like, how many more games do we have to see the Jets suck before we realize that they're just not as good as we thought they are, and they're still the Jets. And without Robert Saleh, they may even be worse. And with Devontae Adams, he didn't help them last week win a football game. So I'm taking the Patriots plus 7, hosting the Jets. It's a divisional game. 7 points is a lot in the NFL, and the Jets just aren't very good. Neither are the Patriots, but 7 points.
Did you guys see where where Robert Saleh was hanging out this week?
Yep.
Where?
With the Packers.
With the Packers and Matt LaFleur.
No, really? Like out on the town, or?
No, he was hanging out at the practice facility. He was, I think, the one picture was him with the offensive staff kind of watching practice happen. So pretty interesting.
Trying to learn about offense?
Or just, I like the conspiracy theory of they were talking about Aaron Rodgers, but yeah.
Oh, well.
Either way.
So those are my picks.
All right. Kyle.
All right, well, I'm going to roll with tonight. I think the Vikings bounce back. I get Cooper Kupp's back. I get it's the Rams. The Rams barely just beat the Raiders. Vikings defense is really good. We saw it against the Lions for most of that game. So minus 2.5. And then I'm going to take the Packers minus 3.5 at Jacksonville. Jacksonville beat the Patriots. I mean, in London. They've been in London for 2 straight weeks. They're not impressive to me. They're not consistent enough. I think the Packers put up enough points to beat them. And then the Chiefs minus 9.5 at the Raiders. The Raiders are horrible. We saw who the Chiefs just added for their offense. And believe it or not, this is crazy. The Chiefs' last last loss was against the Raiders on Christmas. Remember last year?
True.
In Kansas City, that was crazy that they lost to the Raiders. Raiders don't even really know what they're doing at quarterback. They're constantly changing. I mean, you're telling me that Chiefs defense isn't going to hold the Raiders to like 10 points, 13 points? So I think the Chiefs, win by at least 10.
I like all 3 of them. There's type of bets that look too good to be true.
I can get you Kansas City minus 9, help you out on the half point.
Perfect.
All right.
It's a lot of points in an NFL game.
Yeah. All right, so I guess that comes down to me then. I'm going to go back to my college roots here. I'm going Navy plus 13.5 against Notre Dame.
Wow,
That
I was
is the
thinking of going
one.
the other way. Undefeated Navy.
It's the one ranked game I feel confident enough with Illinois that I think the underdog catching the points can cover. That's a Navy team that puts up numbers in the 30s on offense regularly enough. I think Notre Dame wins outright. I don't think they cover, frankly, 2 touchdowns. Just don't see it. I'm going against your Falcons last week, Jim, of Bowling Green. I'm doing Toledo minus 2.5 at home against Bowling Green. Battle of I-75 rivalry game. There's a lot of backdoor stuff happening, too, involving the marching bands in this game as well. I'm going to go with the Rockets, though. Better team. Catch them under a field goal. I feel pretty good with that. And then my third and final, go to the NFL side. Carolina at Denver, under 42. Bryce Young back under center for Carolina. Some turmoil, not of players doing on the field going on there with Andy Dalton getting hurt in that car accident earlier this week. And I just think Denver's defense, man, they are really good and they can stop them. My only concern would be if Denver's offense kind of keeps up what they've done the past couple weeks and does give up a touchdown, then might get a little bit hairy. But
A little Jekyll and Hyde.
I will run the risk in Mile High for taking the under.
All right, well,
Yeah.
those are some good picks. Let's see how we do.
Yeah. Hopefully I can match you guys and we all go 3-0 next week. I know you don't pay much attention to it, Jim. Kyle, do you have any futures bets in the NBA? We just tipped off with that for the year.
I
Anything?
don't have any futures. I just like doing player props sometimes when the NFL is off or something. But yeah, what do you got?
I got nothing future-wise because the Knicks being the second favorite to win the title this year on most books is enough to scare me off of it for a little
They
bit.
got
So
crushed by the Celtics in the opener.
things
and
did not look great for them.
They're already, that there are some teams that are using load management in their opening games.
Well,
That's so annoying.
I don't know if it's teams right now, but the NBA is already investigating the Sixers for Joel Embiid,
It's so stupid.
who said 2 weeks ago, maybe not even, that he would not play in any back-to-backs this year. He'd play in one but wouldn't play in the other. So that's a no-no. You can't be doing that anymore or saying it out loud.
That's why the
and-
league
yeah.
sucks. NBA sucks.
Yeah.
Wake me when it's the finals. Maybe I'll watch. But who you like in the World Series?
So,
Yankees not
yeah.
getting even money.
well, you were thrilled, I know, to talking off air last week. You were liking the fact that we would be possibly getting this Yankee-Dodger matchup.
Yeah.
So
Which is the best World Series in 30 years, maybe.
me and actually pretty much, yeah. I was about to say
Could
you
be.
wouldn't be going down the go back to maybe a little bit more of your zone. You wouldn't be saying maybe Yankee Braves from '96, at least on paper.
Yeah, that was great, but I mean, it's not Yankees Dodgers. It's
true.
the former Brooklyn Dodgers, East Coast, West Coast, Otani, Judge. The
Dodgers had the
96
spirit of
with the
Valenzuela.
Braves. When we beat the Braves, that was just like almost a relief to finally win one, and they had to come back in that one.
It's true.
But what was even better than that, was it the same 2013 or 2003? When did the Yankees beat the Red Sox in the ALCS, where they came back where Aaron Boone hit the home run?
2004?
3.
2003.
Yep.
I watched that recently, that 8th inning rally. It was unbelievable.
Booney.
The Yankees were dead. Pedro Martinez was on the mound, and all of a sudden you had, God, who was it? Matsui got a hit, Posada got a hit, and Bernie Williams got a hit, and then you got the Boone home run, walk-off home run.
Yep.
I mean, it was really something.
Yeah.
In Yankee Stadium against the Red Sox.
Yep.
Well, it's plus 550 for the Yankees to win in 6, and Paul and I both predicted that earlier.
Yeah.
I might make that bet here soon.
There you go.
I bet on them Yankees just to win the series at plus 105, I think it was.
Yeah.
But, it might not be a bad idea to throw another bet on that. Game 6 plus 550, or they could lose to the Dodgers. But, Freeman's
Such
a
a
little
toss-up.
banged up. The Dodgers aren't quite at 100%. The Yankees kind of are.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. It's interesting. Freeman's more or less playing on one leg. I don't know, though. It'll be interesting. I mean, LA's got home field advantage technically. I still think Yankees in 6.
Yeah, well, I think
Yankees are a better road team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a better road team all year. Way better than everyone.
Yep.
And they won all their postseason games on the road. Oh, no, they lost Game 3 in Cleveland when they blew the lead in the 9th.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they've been pretty good on the road all year.
I was looking at going down there for Wednesday's game,
Mm-hmm.
but not gonna. Too expensive.
Yeah.
You're looking at not terrible but not great tickets at $1,500.
Yep.
And then you got to get down there. Thinking of taking the train from Poughkeepsie,
Oh, yeah.
but that's it's too much. I'll just watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Well, if I keep winning big, maybe I'll make a last-minute decision.
There you go.
And go. But I got to build up a couple more thousand here in the next 5 days or
You
so.
need to let Fanatics to remove your limits.
Yeah.
And then there's me debating about those $10 tickets I saw for the Syracuse exhibition game Saturday afternoon. So
Who do they play?
Clarion, it's an old foe from my days in college. They're in the same conference as Gannon, the PSAC.
And they're playing Syracuse, huh?
Syracuse's 2 exhibitions this year are both against PSAC schools. They got Clarion first on Saturday, and then Wednesday, a school that I know a few people around here at least know of very well, Slippery Rock.
Yeah.
On Wednesday for their final exhibition game. So
Yeah, no, you
pretty
can't do it against
interesting.
Lemoyne anymore because Lemoyne's D1.
at least that's a regular season game though this year. So be pretty fun stuff there. Yeah, college basketball right around the corner too. So it's all we got a lot of stuff here on tap that you can go and dive into the books deep with. That's for sure. All right, guys, what do you say we get out of here
Yes.
and win some bets this weekend, shall we? All righty. Good luck to everybody on your bets this weekend. Make sure you tell Jim and Kyle because Lord knows I'm probably going to go 500 again, more than likely, as I call it.
Now you're going to be 3-0, and we're going to have losing
No,
games.
no.
I'm never going to lose again.
That's the attitude right there. Good luck, everybody, your bets. We'll talk again next week. Enjoy the weekend, everybody.